Hello, 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 my collective, my loves, my angels. How are you? How are you doing today? I want to come towards you today because I have a reading. I've changed the view of my camera a little bit for you this morning because I want to get out a few cards that I shuffled and I came out with this morning when I was doing my reading. Okay, when I was doing my meditation on what I want to pull on for the energy for you for this morning. All right. So happy Friday. We are now at the end of the week. So we're going to get into what the energy is for the end of the week and for the weekend and what's going on. Okay. So the first card that I came out with, as you guys can see, is I already knowing the tea. All right. Already knowing the tea. So what I feel is that you guys as empaths, as a collective, as divine beings, chosen ones, earth angels, whatever you call yourselves, whatever you go by, however you identify yourself with your high authority, your relationship with your God, your divine. You already knew and you already saw something coming within a relationship that you had with someone. It's like you predicted. You already knew how something was going to turn out. You predicted, you possibly told them, how it was going to end. You saw how it was going to end. You saw how something was unfolding. You could have warned them, tried to prevent an ending. But I feel like something now is playing out just as you predicted, or something is coming to light for them, all right, and so to speak. In this happening just as you said it would, okay? And now that you've found peace, you've balanced yourself, you balanced your emotions, you've healed, you're at a peaceful state of mind right now. You're no longer in your head, you're no longer worried in anxiety, going through the foolishness of whatever relationship that you were dealing with this person. Now that you're not, in that state of anxiety, um, you're sitting back, you're taking time, and you're just kind of watching as things unfold, or you're hearing about things, unfold in this person's life, or you feel it, you're getting the intuition about it, okay? This person, as things are unfolding, they are inspired, about you. All right, they're optimistic that perhaps they can have a reunion with you, that maybe they can have another chance to possibly renew your friendship, speak to you again, see you again. All right. They see you being successful. They are happy that you've healed. I want to be clear on that. This person doesn't hate anything about you. They don't really have any hard feelings for you. You really didn't do anything wrong. You just came across as being very loving for this person, okay? And they see that you balance yourself out. They see that you're moving on. They see that you're healing, all right? And they are very happy for your success, for you doing that healing and not allowing what they put you through to really, hold you down, to become a victim of that. They're glad that they did not have an effect on you, because they really did not mean to hurt you, okay? They see you out here following your dreams, all right, making strides with your life. You made up your mind to move on. That's what you're doing. You're believing in yourself. They hate that you are moving on from them, and they really want to hold on to you, hold on to your energy, because you were such a loving person. You were such a positive inspiration for them. You have inspired them in so many ways. You've inspired them to want to possibly follow their dreams, to be successful, to do more with their lives and what they're doing, okay? They're actually sitting back and taking a look at their life and where they are, and possibly where they could have been had they held on to you. They're trying very hard to believe in themselves, okay? Now that you've left them, though, they are feeling the loss of you. They are feeling a little hopeless, inside. A little depression is what they're having, because you're no longer there. You're no longer there to speak hope into them, to encourage them, to build them up, when they're feeling down, to be that peace for them, all right, to motivate them, to give them that bright light, to be that bright light in them, all right. They are surrounded by a lot of negative people, unfortunately, a lot of low vibrational people who aren't encouraging them, but possibly who are holding them back, all right, keeping them down. And they're really confused and about what direction they want to go in their life, because you've moved on from them, okay? And they, at one point, they were really holding on to your energy, and they had you to hold on when they were living this life, okay? Because you were like that place that they can go to find peace when life was chaotic for them, okay? But now that you've moved on and they're left to deal with the consequences, to deal with reality, to deal with life as it is, they're a little conflicted. Like, what do I do now? They don't know what to do with themselves, and this is part of their depression. It's like they need you to guide them. You were a spiritual guide for them in so many instances. In a way, I feel like, divine, universe, God, however you refer to him, sent you to this life to be, a guide for them, and you were guiding them, all right. But the only thing is that this person was so confused as to which direction to take. Do I take this new direction, or do I stay where I am, where I'm used to, where I'm comfortable with what I've known, with the family, the friends, the people that I know? Or do I change? Do I follow the collective? And they just got so in their head about it with trying to make a decision that they did not know what to do, all right? They did not stand up for themselves. They did not cut the ties. So because they did not cut the ties and go through their awakening, all right, to release themselves from such, toxic behaviors, negative mindsets and patterns that they had in their life, you had to let go. You had to recharge yourself, because they're beginning to hold you back, hold on. They were holding too tightly onto you, all right. You weren't getting a breath of fresh air, so you had to let go. You had to recharge your energy. You had to free your mind, clear your mind, and say, okay, wait a minute, now you're suffocating me, now you're holding me down. I'm taking on too much of your energy. You're trying to bring me down to your level. You're trying to make me like you. This is too heavy, all right. You're keeping my blessings away from me. I'm not moving forward because I'm carrying your weight now. I'm not just carrying my weight, but I'm carrying your weight. So you had to cut ties because of this person's inability to stand up, to go through their awakening, all right. This person was decided at one point was, giving you too many betrayals, deceit, lies, because they were trying to hold on to you, all right. There was a lot of mutual respect though between the two of you. They didn't think badly of you. They liked the closeness that you had, and I feel like even with you being gone, this person still does have a lot of mutual respect for you. They still think about you, all right. They think about how kind you were, how friendly you were to them. You had a loving spirit. You were always loving, okay? You were actually good for their mental health, all right? You relieved their stress. They did see a future with you at some point, all right? They did see you in their life. They wanted you to be a part of their life. They still think about you and think about a future with you. But the problem is this person was just dishonest, and it was their dishonesty that you could not hold on to. You could not allow yourself to be with them. You had to release them. You had to cut ties with them, okay? Because of this dishonesty, you could not maintain a relationship with someone that you could not trust. You could have been an air sign. They could have been an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or they could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, you release this person because instead of them going through awakening, they decided that they wanted to repeat a cycle, stay in the same cycle of life, stay on that roller coaster, if you will, of doing the same old things. And this is fated. This is now they're dealing with their fate, their karma. Okay, something needed to end in their life in order for something new to begin, but they did not release or cut ties with what needed to end. They held on to something This person feel like you did have some type of love spell on them. They feel like even you walking away, they cannot let you go. They cannot stop thinking about you. You're on their mind morning, noon, and night. This person could have been trying to do some type of love spell on you, or now trying to do some type of love spell to manifest you back into their life. They feel like they have been bewitched by you. Like, what was it about you that they can't let go? They've done this cycle many times. They've interacted with many men and women. They've had them come in their life and leave their life, and they've been able to function just fine. But it's something about you that they cannot let you go. All right, you're making them want to change. You're making them want to be a better person. You're making them see things in their life that they're not ready to see. You're making them see people in their life for who they are. You're making them see that perhaps some of their family, their friends, the people they've had children with, the people they partner with, that they're not who they say they are, that they're actually wolves in sheep clothing, that they're maybe actually liars, all right? People that they've trusted have betrayed them, have deceived them. They're not, who they appear to be. They're sneaky, all right? They're not trustworthy. They're dishonest, okay? This person's now starting to question, their relationships with these people. Like, why do I have these relationships with these people? Like, how are they benefiting me? How are they adding to me, or are they taking from me? They're starting to see that these people possibly are taking advantage of them, are using them, are misleading them in some type of way, okay? Your person has an obsession, some type of infatuation, an obsession over you, over your energy, all right? Again, they may be doing some type of spell work, because we have infatuation with spell work and we have lust spell out here. So they may be doing candle magic. They may be getting tarot readings on you. They may just be manifesting, calling out your name, lighting candles, or just speaking out to the universe on you, how they want you back, focusing on you, thinking of you very hard. They may be having, intimate moments to themselves with you, with thoughts of you, trying to manifest you back, all right? But there definitely is some type of strong attachment that they have for you that are not letting go, and they're possibly not sharing with others or keeping this to themselves, and they're in denial about really how strongly they feel about you, all right? Your person could have been dishonest about them being in a commitment, possibly married, all right? They were in a relationship for a long time, had a long-term commitment. They played a lot of games, but your person wants you to know that they don't want to play games anymore, okay? They want to possibly meet up with you, take you out on a date, ask you out where you guys can have a heart-to-heart conversation. Talk about what went wrong, what happened in a relationship, why they were so confused, about their life, what to do and what direction to go in. They want to talk about possibly resolving whatever conflict you guys have. They want to make amends with you. They want to know if they can rebuild the trust between you guys. They want to just have a positive outcome with you. I think that maybe in the long run, this person may want to reach a point where you guys can talk about possibly a reconciliation, but at this point your person just has so much going on in their life, so much in their head, so much, this depression and this loss that they're feeling, and seeing like the people that they have been surrounding themselves with, the people that they have been trusting and relying on and taking, their word and taking them at face value is not who they're not who they thought that they were, okay? And so this person also wants to know too, like, are you dating someone new? Have you moved on to someone else, or are you still single, all right? Are you putting yourself back on the market? All right, this person wants to come in and rebuild that trust, to rebuild that friendship with you. They're not wanting to hop into another relationship at this point, but they don't want you to move on with someone else. They want you to still be available to them when they reach that point, to building with you. It's just that they need some time. They need some time because they're looking within. They're looking at, how they got to this point. They're receiving finally some awareness, some self-awareness, and they're starting to be honest with themselves that possibly it was their choices, their decisions that led to where they are in life right now, okay? They're uncovering some things about the ex that they possibly chose over you, the person that they put you in a love triangle with, they may, tell you that yes, they were still sleeping with that ex when they were talking to you, or either sleeping with someone that you knew or that you had a feeling or suspected that they were still involved with. If not an immediate ex, someone that they dealt with in the past, possibly someone that they had a child with. But they want you to know that, after looking within and taking into consideration and seeing everything and seeing people for who they are and thinking about some things that possibly that you said to them that are now starting to come true or now starting to make sense to them that did not make sense to them then, because they thought that, you were just saying some things like, yeah, you were just off the rocker or just saying something that makes sense. Now these things are lining up. Now that they're receiving clarity, now you're called giving them reason to think. They're wanting to say that it's starting to add up now. Things are manifesting as you said. And now that they're uncovering some things about this ex, that they're walking away, like they're giving the ex the deuces, like they're leaving this person alone, like they're fed up with the ex lies, their games, their manipulation, their tricks, their dishonesty. Okay, their instability. I felt like they dealt with someone who was controlling, someone who talked down to them, someone who didn't build them up but who played a lot of games, somebody who just wanted to hold on to them for material comfort, somebody who did not want to see them with you because they thought that them being with you was going to really change the dynamic of their relationship. They wouldn't be able to call on them anytime they wanted. They wouldn't be able to get what they wanted when they wanted. I feel like your person did a lot for them, and they felt like them moving on with you would hinder that in a lot of ways. So your person feel is in the position now where they feel like they're taking their power back, and they feel like they're taking their power back because of a lot of things that perhaps you said that you warned them about or you spoke about that now is making sense to them. Now that they're taking a different look, they're receiving clarity about. Okay, with I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be left alone. I feel like this is how your person feels in regards to not only the ex, but maybe some of the friends and family members that they have been dealing with. And I think it's because your person is really just going within, learning some things about themselves, and they're wanting to distance themselves now to some of their friends, co-workers, family members, even possibly people they had kids with, people that were in their inner circle in their community that they decided to give the deuces to, because they're seeing them now for who they really are. Okay, this situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It's draining me. I think that learning the truth and seeing these people's true colors is draining to them. It's really hurt them. Now they're feeling betrayed. Now they're feeling, rejected. They're feeling like this. A lot of this is now self-inflicted. They've made choices. They've made decisions, especially regarding you and your relationship, based off of what these people, these lies that these people were saying to them, the talks, the conversations that went on behind your back that you don't know about. And it really led to this person, changing their outlook on you and the relationship and how they dealt with you. And it caused this person to maybe treat you in a way that you did not deserve, to see you differently, to act differently, to pull away from you. And they're full of regret now. And this is adding to their depression because now they're seeing that the people that they were dealing with had ulterior motives for why they were saying the things that they were. A lot of it was based on envy. Okay, I tried to run from this connection, but my soul craves you. This person realized that they made a mistake, that they treated you the way they did because they were based on a lot of decisions based off what these other people were saying and doing. And I feel like this person knows that they messed up, but because they have so much pride and ego as well, they are kind of afraid to come to you and tell you, look, I did this because so-and-so said this, or so-and-so didn't like you, and I had people in my ear saying this and that. They know they made these mistakes. They know they were sleeping with other people. They know they misled you. They know they gaslit you. They know to manipulate you. They know the things they did, all right? They feel very guilty inside about it. So they really want to just run and hide, not only from you, but from a lot of people, because they are, feeling all this despair. The truth is coming out. The light is shining. They're seeing people for who they are. They're upset with themselves as much as these other people. Okay. Something may reveal itself to you by the end of this week. You might hear something, hear of something. So you might start to receive fake phone calls, see subliminal messages, a third party might reach out, you might see a post, just something could happen by the end of this week. All right, maybe you just get a download as a confirmation that yes, this person is now starting to see what's really going on. You know, you might get confirmation that what you already knew the tea about is now happening. What you predicted is now happening. What you spoke of is now happening. This person is now receiving clarity. All right. They're now learning the truth that you were always honest. You were always real. You were always truthful. You were always authentic. You never lied. You always cared. You always did what you're supposed to do. You never tried to manipulate or trick or fool this person. Okay. Something could happen in May. You could have, this person could have found out something in May. Their birthday could be in May. Your birthday could be in May. You could have separated, walked away in May. Something could have came to light in May. Something can happen next year in May. We have 51 out here. 51 goes to a 6, which talks about, problem solving, compassion, harmony. It also speaks about the lover. So you and this person definitely were lovers, possibly twin flames, higher lover soulmates. It also can talk about the devil. The devil can talk about, codependency. It can talk about temptation, less self-destructive patterns as well. It can also talk about, not only temptation, but envy. All right. So this person could have just been, attracted. Your person could have been attracted to materialism. They could have been bondage. They could have been bonded to someone who was codependent. They could have had some type of addiction, sex addiction, drug addiction, substance addiction. Your person could smoke a lot, drink a lot, just be addicted to sex, not know how to be very lustful, not know how to say no to a feminine who knows what comes on to them. They could be so caught on and taught money till they're so money driven till they do anything by any means necessary for money. They want that quick money, that quick get up. They could have been addicted to a certain lifestyle, a certain image. They needed to maintain a certain image. All right. Your person could be 51 years old. 51 is on here. You could reverse it. Somebody's birthday could be on the 15th. Somebody's birthday could be May 1st. With May out here, another, confirmation of May. So something with 51, the 5 is in May. Somebody's birthday could be in May. We have 19. Somebody's birthday could be on the 19th. All right. Again, somebody's last 4 digits of the phone number could be 5119. Somebody's last digits could be 9115. Okay. So 19 also on here on the May 19th. If their birthday is not May 19th, 19 does speak about the sun, joy, success, material happiness, vitality. The sun also comes out as revelation. It reveals things. So something is definitely being revealed to your person. All right. The truth. They're receiving clarity as to what's going on in their life. All right. It's being revealed so that they can begin to pursue their happiness, so that they can heal. All right. As well, 9 and 1 goes to a 10, which talks about an ending. All right. They may be putting an end to things in their life, an end of a way of thinking. They're putting an end to some of the connections that they have. They're experiencing endings in their life. All right. With their friendships, there are some jobs. All right. They may be experiencing some losses, some job losses, some money losses. Some people might be losing their homes, their cars, walking away, looking at separations, looking at divorces. Within a year from now, all right, you're going to see a lot of things transform within this whole dynamic. You're going to hear about a lot of things that you already know the tea about. Okay, it's going to take the process of a year, and when you look back within a year from now, you're going to see that a lot of what you said was going to happen has happened, all right? And that's because everyone has free will. Everyone has their own timing that they have to go through things, okay? You may be manifesting things now because you're getting the download, but things have to play out in real time, okay? So if this is not happening at this moment, it's going to happen, or it's in the process of happening, if not already happened, okay? Um, People have to, go through their changes, experience these things, all right? Things that you have been shown will manifest, over this time. Things are happening behind the scenes. Just remember to continue to practice self-care for yourself, all right? Prepare yourself. Remember that everybody's free will and their choices are involved, and that the angels are working behind the scenes, and just keep praying for whatever it is that you're praying for. And if you don't see immediate results or evidence for whatever it is that you are praying for, just be patient. It is happening. It is going to come through for you, okay? But most importantly, with this reading here, just know that you have made an impact on someone's life, and something that you did say was going to happen, is happening. They are receiving clarity. They were confused at what point, at which way to go. They do have a lot of respect and admiration for you, okay? And they are looking within, and they are causing endings in their life. All right, so this is my reading for you. As always, send you love and blessings, and until your next reading, have a good day.